Hey guys, happy Tuesday. We're going to do Tuesday tea with Kim today, almost on time. I'm so proud of myself. I have just finished my second to last edit of my book. I'm so excited. I have gotten some real clarity about exactly how I'm going to improve my program going forward. That's going to I'm putting it out there because, when you have a goal, but then you put a deadline on it and you share it with someone, like you're 60% more likely to hit that goal. And I have just gotten so much clarity writing this book over how to improve my program. God provides. It's all coming together. I'm so excited. I literally wish there was 50 hours in the day just so that I could get it out of me. That's sort of how I feel. That's how I feel. Okay. So I shared something earlier today, just spurred by sort of something that I was writing about in my book. And I thought that needed to be Tuesday tea because I got a lot of DMs. I got a lot of comments. I got a lot of questions. And, so what I said is that if you're having resistance to weight loss, that, it is more an issue about detox and toxins, toxic load, than it is about willpower, bad habits, sugar intake. It's more than that. You've all heard me talk about how I look at health, and that is, foundationally, you got to start in the gut. There's just so much stuff that happens in the gut that has to be the foundation. That's why when people say, what probiotic do you recommend? Well, I don't recommend any probiotic until you've done this, and this, because that's foundational. And you could have the best probiotic in the world, but if your gut isn't ready for that, if it's still putting out fires, if it's, dealing with chaos on the regular, and you don't even have to be having a lot of gut symptoms in order for that to be the case for you. If you're still doing all of that, that probiotic could be the best probiotic, might work for you if it is added at the right time, in the right sequence, after the right healing. Go on, Jim. Okay, he's not going in. Sorry. Then yes, you would get a response from it. But when you just throw it in on top of your dumpster fire that's going on in your gut, it's not going to work. And it doesn't matter what kind of probiotic you put in there. Which is why if you've ever asked me for my opinion about something, I don't just give you a response. I'm always going to ask you a lot of questions. I'm going to, because I want to make sure, and I'm probably going to tell you, I would rather that you do this first, or I think that you need to do this in addition to, before you just throw something in. So that is, and the first thing that I do when I deal with anybody that, comes to me for whether it's in my program or whether it's one-on-one help, is that we talk about not necessarily detoxing, kind of, but we talk about toxins. First thing. That's the first thing that we talk about. And then, the next step is hormones. And guess what? You're not going to be able to balance your hormones if you still have this toxic burden, because a lot of the hormones that you make are made in the gut, number one, are activated or eliminated in the liver. And if your liver is burdened with all of this toxic load, it's not prioritizing your hormones. And it doesn't matter really what you're suffering with as far as hormone imbalance. It is dealing with life and death, which is your toxic exposure to chemicals or, toxins. And then, having your thyroid function normally, or lowering your cortisol, or getting your insulin to where your cells recognize it and respond to it better, comes after your body knows that you're safe. And then energy production and weight loss, releasing fat is also going to be slowed down or inhibited completely if your body still has a huge toxic load. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most of us are dealing with probably 6 to 10 times the amount of toxins on a daily basis than what we even recognize. So if your liver is, having to deal with this toxic load over and over and over, and it doesn't have the energy to do that, it's not able to produce energy to do that because toxins are gumming up the works in your cells, in your mitochondria. They've damaged your mitochondria, and that's what happens. Then you're not going to produce good energy, and you're not going to release that weight. The other thing that happens is that your body's so smart, so divinely made, that when you take in toxins, many times they're sequestered in your fat cells. So your body is protecting you by keeping those toxins away from a good blood supply and away from your organs by holding it in your fat cells. And it knows that it's in your fat cells, so it's not going to release that fat until it has a way of actually releasing it and eliminating it from the body. So, that's just utterly amazing. Also, toxins do a number on your minerals. So I just wanted to give you an update. I did my hair tissue mineral analysis testing, and I also have that available if anybody else is interested. I have that the program, that is behind the scenes. Like, you order the test, and then you and I will talk about your results, and you can have customized supplements made just for you, just for your results, just for your data, which I think is just brilliant. It's not using something that you saw on social media, piecing together like what your best friend uses, trying to figure out what brand of supplements to trust. Like, all of that work is done for you. But there's some videos on the back end once you order that test, while we're waiting on the test to get to you and your results to get you to actually obtain the sample and the results to get back to you. There's some videos in there that are teaching you about the importance of minerals. And so that's all ready if you're interested. So I just wanted to give you an update. I have been using my customized supplements for my mineral deficiencies, and I had a lot of mineral deficiencies. It was crazy. And again, I don't detox well. I know that from a genetic test. So this was kind of like the wake up call. When you have data in your hand, you can no longer say, someday I'm going to get my act together. Someday I'm going to order that vibration plate. Someday I'm going to start dry brushing. Someday I'm going to start sleeping 8 hours a day. I'm going to make it a priority. I know all of the information, but it was having that data in my hand that showed that my magnesium was low, my calcium was low, and then more data showing me that I was at increased risk for bone fracture. Me at increased risk for bone fracture. I'm like, what? There's a lot of lies that you can tell yourself, like little white lies, like, that little bit of sugar, or me eating, snacking all day long. I'm snacking on healthy stuff. That can't be that bad. And then you're faced with insulin resistance, And sometimes it's just the fact that you're snacking continuously throughout the day kind of gets the ball rolling, on top of the toxins that you have, on top of the, it totally just left my mind. Inflammation, coming from your gut. So, a couple of hits, one after the other, and then you're a little bit on the struggle bus. Your body's starting to show dysfunction. And so anyway, I saw the data and I was like, you know what? I'm getting myself on track here. So, all week long, prioritize 8 hours of sleep. I haven't gotten out of bed 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, like I always do. I haven't pushed through. When I'm tired, when I'm done at night, I go to bed. I turn the screens off, all the things that I know to do, that I have known to do for years. Data is what pushed me over the edge. Data is what pushed me into action. And I think I'm the same as a lot of other people. So, if it requires data to push you into action, then let's get some data in your hands, some really useful data. But anyway, so what we know about mineral deficiencies is that they're made worse by toxins, because toxins sometimes vie for the same receptor as what you have for your minerals. And so it literally is like putting a lock in a key and breaking the key off. Now the lock doesn't open, and your minerals can't get in there. So you start to see a lot of the dysfunction that you get when you have this mineral deficiency. And that was me. I was not dealing with stress. My trainer was noticing at the gym, like I was just short of breath. I didn't have any energy. I've lost weight, but not in a healthy way. I think it was stress. I certainly know that it was stress. So, after 5 or 6 days, I don't remember exactly, after 5 or 6 days of taking this, customized supplements, prioritizing, detox pathways, supporting my body in the way that it already knows how to heal, I feel it was like from yesterday to today, totally different person. I feel so much more like myself than what I have for a long time. And I just wanted to share that it's the whole process. Like, it's the whole thing. You have to do the lifestyle, the nutrition things. You have to look at yourself in your environment. Take note of that. You're not going to be able to change everything all at once. And I wouldn't want you to change everything all at once. Just like you're not able to detox your body. Some of these, there's as many detox protocols out there as there are toxins out there right now. And, a lot of people actually feel worse when they start to detox than feel better. And you have to, honor your body. You have to honor the rhythms of your body, the processes of your body. You have to honor and support that whole system, your whole system going forward. And it's an ongoing thing. It's not like one day you're just going to you're just going to have taken care of all the toxins in your environment. That just doesn't happen. You have to continually be on the lookout, because every day there's more toxins, in our environment. And so I just wanted to say to you that, if you're struggling with weight loss, first of all, I absolutely believe that begins in the gut. I believe that all metabolic dysfunction begins in the gut. And that if you've had some success, but you can't, you've plateaued, you just can't get over that hump, you're going to have to look at, your detox capacity. You're going to have to support your detox pathways. You're going to have to eliminate a lot of toxins in your environment, before you're going to get over that hump. It's just, it just is what it is. So I want you to be on the lookout for my book, because, it's coming. It's coming. I'm just shocked and amazed that, I've gotten as far as I've gotten in 3 weeks. proud of everybody that went on that book writing tour with me. Some people are way ahead of me, and a lot of people are right where I'm at, but it's utterly amazing what you can do when you have such a drive and such a fire and such a passion, and not even a passion, a purpose. When you have such purpose behind what you're doing. I don't want anybody to suffer with metabolic disease. I don't want anybody to lose their mom at 69, like I did. I don't want anybody to, lay there in bed just 30 seconds before you get out of bed and just wonder if today's the day that you're going to feel good, or if you're just going to feel like you did yesterday. I don't want that for anybody. So, there's definitely purpose behind what I'm doing, and just know that, I want you to succeed, and I have the information to help you succeed. We just need to figure out how to link arms to do that. So, if you're finding value in what I'm sharing, keep sharing it, keep showing up, keep looking, because I'm just going to keep sharing, more and more, as this vision in my head just crystallizes even more. We're going to be busting some myths. We're going to be really pinpointing some things that you can do. We're going to be, I'm going to be that honest friend that tells you what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear. So thank you for showing up for Tuesday Tea with Kim. And I'll talk to you soon.